What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Educated Barfly. Today we're making an awesome cocktail. You guys will really love it. So a little while ago, a couple of people reached out to me and asked if they could submit other bartenders' cocktails that weren't their own, just cocktails that they really liked from other bartenders. And I do that a lot. A lot of the cocktails that we do are from other bartenders. And so I will say, like, yes, absolutely, you can submit other bartenders' recipes as long as you tell me who the bartender is, what bar they work at, like, you know, what's kind of notable about them, or if I know who the bartender is so that I can kind of look up the information and give credit where is due, you guys can absolutely submit those recipes. I actually love those recipes. So today we actually have our first submission of another bartender's recipe from a viewer of ours. So the viewer is Eric Andre, and he submitted this recipe that was created by a bartender in Miami named Gabriel Urrutia, who is actually the author of a book called Miami Cocktails, which is a fantastic book. You guys should check it out. It is linked below. He's also a 2020 Spirit Awards nominee this year, so that's also pretty cool. I said 2020 this year, but everyone knows that 2020 is this year. So
unless you're watching next year.
This video better not come out next year, or you're in a lot of trouble, man.
No, you guys are watching this now, which is next year.
Oh, that's true. It's actually November, so it's pretty close to next year. So it could be, but they shouldn't be watching this in January anyway. So this cocktail is called the Blannibal Sour. Let's get into it, and then we'll talk about the inspiration behind it. All right, so first thing we're gonna do is 1 ounce of pineapple juice. I am using fresh pineapple juice today, but there are some good bottled options out there. Trader Joe's has very decent canned pineapple juice that's 100% pineapple, just FYI. Then we're gonna do 3/4 ounce of lime juice. I am using freshly squeezed today. I mean, I always use freshly squeezed, but this is like really fresh. Like it was just squeezed. Then I'm using this, well, the recipe calls for blueberry pancake syrup. And so I kind of looked that up and sort of just like figured, okay, well, that's just blueberry simple syrup. So that's what I made, blueberry simple syrup. It's pretty simple to make. This recipe is below. We're gonna do 1/2 ounce of that. Then we're gonna do 1/4 ounce of absinthe, which I think is fantastically brilliant. So next thing we're gonna do is 2 ounces of this nice Providence Haitian rum. This is my favorite new product. I love it. It is amazing. It's gonna be a little bit tough for some of you guys to find. So if you want to approximate the flavor of this, just take like 1.5 ounces of rum agricole blanc. I said blank, people are gonna jump on me for that. Blanc. And then 1/2 ounce of some type of high proof Jamaican rum like Wray and Nephew Overproof, or maybe Rum Fire would be another good one. All right, so we're gonna do 2 ounces of this Providence Haitian rum. This also comes in at 114 proof. So this is a very hefty cocktail, very appropriate for what it is. I'm gonna grab my ice. Okay, so the maker of this cocktail usually does this on cracked ice in a glass. I'm gonna be doing a little bit of my own thing with it and doing a little pebble ice because I think the garnish is gonna sit a little bit better. I really wanna figure out how to work in these blueberries from making the syrup somehow. We're just gonna see how this goes. All right. Give it a nice little whip shake. Marius is trying so hard not to talk right now. He thinks I'm being too wordy.
No, this is scatterbrained.
Scatterbrained? I'm not being scatterbrained.
No?
I don't think so.
Like, we're doing pebble ice. No, hold on. We're gonna do, he usually does it on the rocks. Oh, I want to do something with this blueberry.
No, I'm just saying, like, the maker of this drink usually does this on cracked ice in a rocks glass. But we had this nice glass, which I think is a little bit more Blannibal-y. And it's an interesting glass that you got at IKEA that I really like, and I want to use it.
Oh, I was going to say that. It looked like the IKEA one.
Eric, when he told me about this cocktail, also said that Gabriel said that it would go well on crushed ice as well. So I want to try it on the pebble ice.
Sure. In
this glass, as opposed to on cracked ice.
I wonder how that led
That's not scatterbrained.
I wonder how that led to the blueberries.
What? What do you mean?
Right after you said...
Well, because I was thinking about garnishing it, so I was like, and then like, obviously you haven't seen the episode, so you don't know what Blannibal is or who it is. But this sort of like blueberries that sort of look like blood and brain material is gonna be a fitting garnish for this particular character in the show. Not scatterbrained.
Okay.
We're going to top it off with some pebble ice as our ego recovers from that aside with Marius. Now everyone's going to be like, why do you guys hate each other so much? And I'm like, we don't hate each other, really. That's nice. I like it. That's a really beautiful color.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So it is garnished with a lychee eyeball. We got a rambutan, which is...
Yeah, we subbed it.
We subbed it. Yeah, it's basically the same thing, right? It's like it's
this one's
lychee-ish.
less juicy, right? Wasn't that weird?
It's a little less juicy, yeah. Also has like this kind of... it's a very similar flavor, but I think it's less sweet than a lychee. But I also think it's a little... I don't know, more eyeball looking? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. I don't know if I can do this. Yeah,
this one's got a
in there.
stone in it,
Yeah. I mean, we'll just do the lychee eyeball. And then I kind of want to like add a little brain matter. I don't know. This is really, I should take a sip of it. It's
Scattering some brain all over
Scattering some brain matter on it. All right, let's sip it before it. Ooh, wow. That's amazing. Really nice. You get the pineapple that shines through. It's nice and bright and tart. You get that Jamaican rum that devolves into the anise flavor of the absinthe. Very fitting cocktail for this character, I think. Very, very strong. Nice though, but like easy to drink. It's not too punchy. No, my OCD is being bothered by this. I gotta. It's not too punchy, but it's really nice. It's very, very absinthe forward. I don't know, but I like it. It's really good. So this cocktail is, I guess it takes its inspiration from a character on the Eric Andre Show, Season 5, Episode 2. I am gonna do a little spoiler alert here because even though it already aired, and even though I don't think it's much of a spoiler alert because what I'm about to say was tweeted by Eric ahead of the episode on his Twitter, I'm gonna just give you guys a spoiler alert just in case there's a lot of Eric Andre Show fans that haven't been able to see Episode 2 yet. So
what if I want to
skip ahead? You don't matter. That's it. I'm going to spoil it for you happily. So basically, in season... Okay, so I don't know. How do I start this? For those of you who don't know what the Eric Andre Show is, the Eric Andre Show is an American comedic kind of surreal, I guess, I don't know, it's like defies explanation. It's a American surreal comedy that takes its inspiration from cable access interview shows. And so there's celebrity guests on there, and then there's, they cut the sketches. Eric Andre has a co-host named Hannibal Buress, and in season 5, episode 2, Hannibal quits.
I quit.
What?
Babes,
Bye.
there's a nose hair over there. Just call me. I'm out.
And Eric Andre is very distraught, and so what he tries to do is clone Hannibal from a hair that he finds. And what he does is he clones this. He basically births this Frankenstein version of Hannibal called Blannibal.
And we're just gonna get ahead of the curve here with the comments. Frankenstein is the scientist, not the monster, we know, but we're just calling him the...
Well, but I'm just giving people an idea. But what's the monster's name?
It's just the monster.
Gary?
It doesn't have a name.
Yeah, cool. So, but everyone calls the monster Frankenstein.
I know,
now,
it's
pretty much.
Frankenstein's monster.
Yeah, but everyone knows that though.
Yeah, we're just... Okay, yeah.
So
don't comment about it.
So in this situation, Eric Andre would be Frankenstein.
Yeah.
And Blannibal, right, would be the Frankenstein's monster version of Hannibal Buress.
Yeah.
All right.
And he's got a name this time.
Oh, he's Blannibal, right. Blannibal has a name. Because he's not just Eric Andre's monster. He's Blannibal. Yeah, so I don't know. You guys should go check it out. It's on Adult Swim. It's an awesome show. I really love it. Eric Andre's super funny. Thank you so much, Eric, for this lovely cocktail. I think that's all I got for you. So if you like this channel, please hit like and subscribe and check us out on Patreon. Check us out on YouTube memberships, and we've got awesome stuff at our store. So go to theeducatedbarfly.com and check out our store and virtual bottle program if you guys want to buy us a bottle. And I'll see you guys in another time.